Alright guys, let's review Lady and the Tramp 2019, which is the fifth Disney live-action movie to come out in 1 year. Isn't that ridiculous? That's insane. Um, and what I think about these Disney remakes is that they are obviously cash grabs. They are here to revitalize your nostalgia for older Disney movies that are considered great, or just Disney movies that people enjoyed and seeing them in another color or in a live action palette. Um, so for me, Disney movies, like, I really do love Disney, I really do, and these live action remakes are interesting, and whether they're quote unquote good or not or need to exist, whatever. I can watch them. I can watch any of the live action remakes. I feel like I've got mixed opinions on all of them, but I still like a lot of them. So yeah, we have the fifth one this year, Lady and the Tramp 2019, which went to Disney Plus, and since I got Disney Plus yesterday, it was released yesterday. Finally got to watch this, like everybody had, and going into it, I was like, okay, this is gonna be on Disney Plus. Is it gonna look theatrical? Is it gonna be that good, or is it gonna be warranted to exist? And I'd say out of all the live action Disney remakes, I'd say that this one, honestly, I like this one a lot. I thought that the original Lady and the Tramp, I do enjoy, but it's never one that I want to rewatch much. Like, I appreciate it for all it did. I appreciate it for its filmmaking. I appreciate it for the beautiful animation, for the characters, for the music. I really do like the original Lady and the Tramp, but it's just not one I watch a lot. And so I didn't feel like with this live action remake I would have been as annoyed, because I was annoyed at the Lion King remake because that one did almost bare bones nothing different at all. Like, literally. Like, at least you can argue that some of the other live action remakes did add new songs, add new character moments. Lion King 2019, I think, did none of that. It's just an experiment in live action animals. But this one is another one where it's like animals that talk. And this one, I heard before I saw this movie that that the dogs' mouths move in a weird way, and that scared me. I was like, uh-oh, this is gonna be like another Disney kind of thing, like Air Bud or Air Buddies or whatever. Those kind of movies where the animals' mouths talk really uncanny valley, like weird looking mouths. And I was surprised whenever I watched this movie that they really didn't do that much. Like, these dogs do talk, but they didn't have them fully move their mouths like humans, and that surprised me, and I appreciated that, because Disney's done other movies where, like I said, like Air Bud or Air Buddies or whatever, they've done that, where, like, they make their mouths so, like, human, like, it's not right for animals. And then you got the other side of the spectrum, where it's like the Lion King remake, where, like, there's no emotion in these animals, but in this movie, I felt like they did a good job of, even though they do the mouth thing, they don't do it in a really uncanny valley-like way, where, like, these look horrifying. Like, this works for me, in which the mouth movements didn't bother me that much. Like, it's weird. Like, they barely move their mouths, so you didn't really notice it as well. And I felt like that was a smarter move on their behalf, because they were doing this, or they were going to do this, but I'm glad that they did it in a way where it wasn't overly jarring, which I thought was really cool. I appreciated that. Now, the cast in this movie, I think, actually really does sell this movie, because Tessa Thompson and Justin Theroux play Lady and the Tramp, and they're actually really good. I really do like both of them. I think that they both bring a lot of emotion to these characters. And also, Sam Elliott plays Trusty the dog, which is cool, and his voice is perfect for that. I really like Sam Elliott in this as well. And I like how just these characters do have moments, and the acting feels like it's genuine. Like, I really do like these voice performances. And the real-life actors are good. I like them a lot. As well, and also it's funny to see. I really liked picking like the human characters. I really liked Yvette Nicole Brown as Aunt Sarah, who Yvette Nicole Brown was like, she was Helen in Drake and Josh, which was something I watched as a kid, and I loved that show, and she was hilarious and so funny. And I know she's in stuff like Community now, which I haven't seen, but I do like her a lot as an actress, and it was cool seeing her in this. I think she's great, and I really liked her as this kind of, like, not overly mean character like the original was. Like, the original's not like that either, but, like, I like how this character is. She doesn't really like Lady the dog, and, like, she just is really rude to her, but I guess you can kind of understand, because, like, the cats are, like, making it look like the dog, like, ripped up the house. So I understand why the Aunt Sarah characters like that, but I did like that. And also, it's funny that, like, the cats in this movie, speaking of Disney, where how in Dumbo 2019 they did it to where they didn't include anything racist related. They wouldn't do that in this day and age. They're gonna forget that anything that they ever did racist existed. Um, but they're gonna change all the other stuff that's like some like add-ons like in Beauty and the Beast they added like, oh, the woman character is more like more less passive, like stuff like that. Well, but they're not going to change the racism in these movies, so they didn't have it at all in Dumbo, and they didn't have it at all in this movie either, where in the original the cats sang "We are Siamese if you please," and then there was the dong noise, and it was just okay. It was a piece of its time, where like you look at that, like it's not something that's politically correct at all, but like it's part of its history, whether it's right or wrong. But of course, in this movie, they don't do that. Just like Dumbo 2019, they took out everything racist. They completely erased it from existence. So, but the thing is, it's weird because the Cats had this new song, which I didn't mind. I thought it was kind of catchy, and I liked how horrible those cats were. They were really conniving and evil, and I liked them. And they're really one scene. And also, in terms of like the other villain, the rat, I think just like in the original movie, the rat is scary, and on the fact that it is a little rat that goes into this house and tries to like injure like a baby. I think that that's scary because the baby can't do anything, and the rat's small and can get into locations where like people don't know it's around except for the dogs, and then the dogs try to save the baby, but they're pushed away by the owners who think that they're just like Tramp is being there like he shouldn't be here. He's not part of them. He's supposed to go to the pound. So I really like that moment, the moments like that in this movie, like I did in the original. And I also like that Tramp too, like has this kind of backstory thing, where like it's very simple, but I thought it actually added to his character. And this I think did well in adding dialogue to Lady and the Tramp, and I thought that it made them like the original movie, the animated movie. I felt like did a better job of adding the romance without much dialogue, where like it was just beautiful sweeping imagery. In this one, it's more dialogue, and I thought that the dialogue worked and helped out the romantic relationship. I think that both of these movies, I think, complement each other, the original and the remake. I think that this one does a couple different things that I enjoyed, and I thought that made it felt like it needed to be a little bit warranted to exist, even though, of course, these don't have to exist. They're all live-action remakes of movies that are considered great. Why do you need to remake them? But as a Disney fan, I'm excited to see them, whether or not they're the same thing or not, just in live action. So I'll completely admit that. But I did like that, and I did like the fact that they did change a couple elements up. Like at the end of the movie, not really a spoiler, but you know how Trusty gets his leg like ran over in the original. Well, Tramp does in this movie, and it makes more sense. It makes more logical sense why like to have that. I thought that it worked well. And again, I just thought that this movie, it was a pretty movie too. Like it's not like, it's a very simply filmed movie, if that makes sense. But the story is very simple. It's not like The Lion King where it has to be epic scope, or Beauty and the Beast where it has to be epic scope. It is just a movie about dogs at in a normal town. Like it's not going to be anything that's like Aladdin or whatever. Like so, it's not. It's trying to be a very simple movie. I think that it succeeds in how it looks very simply, and I do like how the movie looks. I did like the performances. I did like the little changes they added to it. overall, I thought this was a good remake, and I really liked it a lot, especially after the last one, which is The Lion King, which I was very like, okay, this doesn't need to exist the most out of all of them. Even though I didn't hate it, but I just felt like this one is just the same movie exactly, not anything different. Besides Shinzi being like the leader of like a girl leader in like the of the hyenas, and that's it. But like, there's literally nothing else in The Lion King 2019 that was different. This one at least had a couple different things, like Aladdin did, like Beauty and the Beast did. So I appreciated this a little more, and I just liked the performances. I liked how it looked. I thought it was fun and enjoyable, and it was charming. It was a charming little movie. So yeah, I enjoyed Lady and the Tramp 2019. I thought it was fun. So that's my review on Lady and the Tramp. Tell me down below what you guys think of the movie, and thank you guys so much for watching.
Wow, this is something else.